Level 1. Before dawn. You wake up before the sun does, not because you want to, because something moved outside the cave and your body made the decision for you before your mind caught up. You're 27 years old. You look 40. Your left knee aches from an injury 3 winters ago that never fully healed because there are no doctors here. The fire from last night is down to coals, orange and quiet. Your breath fogs in the cold air. Level 2. First light. The first task of every morning is the same. Check the tools. You pick up your hand axe. You run your thumb along the edge the way a surgeon would check a blade. A small chip on the left side. Not enough to make it useless. Enough to make it slower, less precise, more dangerous to you in a moment when you can't afford mistakes. You spend 20 minutes re-knapping it, striking flint against flint at the exact angle that removes the dull edge and reveals the sharp one underneath. This is not a skill you were taught in a classroom. It was passed down through 10,000 hours of watching and doing and cutting your hands open and trying again. Your 7-year-old son watches you from across the fire. He is learning. He doesn't know he's learning. He thinks he's just watching his father. That is the same thing. You test the blade on a piece of dry bark. Good enough. Level 3. The hunt. You leave the cave with 3 other men. No talking. Sound is information, and right now you are not in the business of giving information away for free. The plan, if you can call it that, is to follow the river south to where the herd was 2 days ago. Deer. A group of 7 that your scout spotted from the ridge. Big enough to mean real food. Walk for 2 hours. The forest is loud in the way that means it's safe. Birds, wind, small animals moving through the underbrush. When the forest goes quiet, that's when you stop walking. You find the herd at the river bend. 4 deer, not 7. The others have moved on. 4 is still enough. You spread out, 30 feet between each man. The approach takes 40 minutes and covers maybe 200 yards. This is the part that requires everything your body has learned in 27 years. How to place your foot so the leaves don't crunch, how to control your breathing so the steam doesn't rise too visibly, how to read the animal's posture and know the exact second before it senses you. You throw the spear, you don't miss. Missing is not an option your body has made peace with. Level 4. The work that follows. Killing the animal is the easy part. What comes next takes 4 hours and requires every person in the group. You skin the hide carefully. Carefully, because the hide is not a byproduct. It is a material. You separate the tendons, which will become thread. You crack the bones for the marrow inside, which is fat, and fat is calories, and calories are survival. Nothing is wasted. Nothing. The meat is carried back in sections. Your shoulder burns under the weight. Your knee complains the entire 2 miles back. You don't stop. Back at the camp, the women have been working the whole time you were gone. The children too. There is no idle time here, not in late autumn. Someone has been gathering roots and late berries. Someone has been repairing the shelter. Someone has been managing the fire that you cannot let go out because making fire is possible. But making fire in the rain, in the wind, in the cold, with wet hands and limited materials is a gamble you'd rather not take. Level 5. Afternoon. The afternoon is for the tasks that don't feel urgent until they kill you. You check the food cache. The pit dug 4 feet into the ground where the cold preserves what you've stored. You spend 2 hours gathering firewood with your son. He carries what he can. You carry the rest. You do not tell him this is important. You do not explain the logic of the task. He sees the fire. He understands the fire needs wood. That is enough. On the way back, you find a patch of late mushrooms growing on a fallen oak. You know which ones are safe because your mother taught you before she died 3 years ago, and you have not forgotten a single thing she ever showed you about the forest. Level 6. Nightfall. The fire is high now. The meat is cooking. The smell is the first thing that has been uncomplicated today. You sit with your back against the cave wall. Your son is asleep already, curled near the fire the way children sleep when they feel safe. You pick up a piece of charred wood from the edge of the fire, still warm. You turn to the wall beside you and you draw. You draw the deer from this morning, the way it stood at the river bend. Your hand moves the way it moved during the hunt. The drawing takes 10 minutes. When you finish, you look at it in the firelight. It flickers. The deer appears to move. The adults will take turns keeping watch tonight. 2 hours of real sleep, then up, then back down. Someone in the group starts making a sound. Low, rhythmic. Not language, not quite music. Something between the two. The others join in. It is the sound of people reminding each other that they are still here, still together, still alive at the end of another day that tried in a dozen quiet ways to make that not true. You close your eyes, one ear stays open. That's how it works here.